Alright, welcome back to the video. As always, drop a like, subscribe, leave a comment. And with the NBA playing games halfway over and the Minnesota Timberwolves acting like they won the NBA Finals, I think it's about time I come here and I predict and just make my bracket of what I think is going to happen in this year's playoffs. Because this year has been unlike any other year we've ever seen in terms of award races, in terms of teams making the playoffs, or just a lot of crazy stuff going on. The Lakers still suck. But we knew that. But I'm gonna come here and I'm gonna make my predictions and just show y'all who I got winning. I'm gonna let y'all know now who I got. The finals probably going to be either the Heat and Suns or the Bucks and Suns. So don't get mad at me. But I'm gonna come here and show y'all my bracket. And if y'all agree with me on my bracket, just let me know. If y'all don't agree, hey, it is what it is. But I hope y'all enjoy this. Let's hop straight into it. All right, man. And here y'all have it. If y'all didn't know, the NBA usually releases like before the playoffs, like they'll drop a website where you can make your bracket. And like making brackets is always fun, when March Madness comes around, brackets are the biggest things, and that's kind of the same thing for the NBA playoffs too. So yeah, let's just hop straight into it. I'm gonna give y'all my predictions and we just gonna see what happens. Now we still got a few playing games left. I think tomorrow that y'all, cause like this is dropping the day before like the last couple playing games. But either way, I have the Suns winning. I don't think this. Yeah, I think the Suns is like no matter who the Suns play, I probably think it's going to be a sweep. So I'm gonna put the Suns, and then Dallas and Utah. Now I was really having Dallas, but Luka got hurt, which is super unfortunate. And if you haven't seen, there was a picture floating around the internet that Luka was walking to like the hospital or clinic with a boot on his foot, and then reports came out that there's no timetable for him to return, which is super unfortunate. But I feel like if Luka does return, then I would have to take the Mavericks on this one. But since we don't know when he's going to return, I'm gonna have to give it to Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert on this one. I would say I feel like Luka might return, but so I'm probably going to say Utah in 6 because I don't think, because like even with Luka not being there, Jalen Brunson, Spencer Dinwiddie, like they still have a very solid team that I think will win a couple games. And there's been a lot of dysfunction with the Utah Jazz. If you know, you know. But I'm gonna have Phoenix and Utah as of now. But if something comes out over the next couple of days with Luka coming back, just know I'm changing that to the Mavericks. Just know that's what I'm doing. And then we have Golden State and Denver. Now this is a very interesting case because, like I said, I have Nikola Jokic winning the MVP, but the team is not that solid. It's really just him and Aaron Gordon and Will Barton at this point. But Steph Curry's not there for Golden State. But the way Klay Thompson is playing lately, and the way Jordan Poole has been playing, like the Golden State has a very solid team full of great role players and star players. Klay's looking good again. Draymond, I feel like Draymond always turns up his intensity even more come playoff time. So I'm gonna have to give this to Golden State, even though I love Nikola Jokic. I'm gonna have to say that the Denver will probably get one game out of them, so we'll say in 5. And then Memphis and the team that won the finals, apparently the Minnesota Timberwolves. No, I'm joking, but it's kind of crazy how like people was really clowning them for celebrating. Like, yes, it's a playing game, but remember, they haven't been in the playoffs for like a long time, so I understand them celebrating. It was kind of dope seeing everybody getting emotional, but it's cool though. So, I'm gonna have to give it, like, as much as I want the Timberwolves to succeed this in playoffs this year, I'm gonna have to give it to Memphis because I think Memphis has too strong of a team. They're young, they're energetic. They won plenty of games without Ja. I just see this team, and they're the 2 seed. Nobody predicted this team to be a 2 seed. Like, we knew Memphis was gonna be good, but they were the 2 seed. So I just think they're the better team. So I'm gonna have to say, just because the dog in Minnesota, like how they are, I'm gonna have to say Memphis in 6. I'm gonna say Memphis in 6, but you never know because like anything is possible. Then let's come over here. Like I said, I really do have Phoenix running through the whole West, so I'm gonna have to say Phoenix in like 5. Then come down here now. Now this is very interesting because, like I said, we don't have We also don't have a timetable for when Stephen Curry's come back, but I do believe Golden State could take care of the first round with Denver, even without Stephen Curry. And then I would assume by the time the second round comes, they will have Stephen Curry back, because like the injury was. It's been like a few weeks since we've seen Stephen Curry, so I think he's probably on the road to being back like any day now. But you never know. But if Stephen Curry does come back, I have Golden State winning this. Now I'm not saying like it's gonna be an easy fight for Golden State, because this Memphis Grizzlies team that we all that we've seen this year is absolutely ridiculous. They're too good. John Morant has took a leap to superstardom. The role players like Desmond Bain, Trey J, like the whole team is nice. So it's not gonna be an easy fight for Golden State, but I'm gonna have to take Golden State in like 6. So and here we have the Phoenix and Golden State. If Stephen Curry comes back, it's going to be a problem. But Phoenix is just so good of a team. Is that like you cannot look at this Phoenix Suns team this year and then just bet against them. Even when they were injured, they've won games. Chris Paul wasn't there, they won games. Devin Booker wasn't there, they won games. Mikal Bridges literally hasn't missed a game of basketball in like 4 years from college to the NBA. Ridiculous. In conversations for Defensive Player of the Year, they have one of the best defensive teams in the league. They head coach Monty Williams is unstoppable. This team, you cannot look at this Phoenix Suns teams and be like, nah, what they did last year was lucky. No, this is the Phoenix Suns are the West at this point. Like they are the West, and I'm gonna have to take Phoenix Suns in the finals. Probably won't be an easy fight. Hopefully Stephen Curry comes back to make it a little bit more interesting. But Phoenix in 5. I'm gonna change that. Phoenix in 6. I'm gonna change that. Now let's come over here to the East. Now this is my bread, but I love the East. Like I said, we still have some playing games that have to happen. Atlanta beat Charlotte, and Cleveland. Who did Cleveland play? Oh no, Cleveland lost to Brooklyn. But either way, I don't see any of these teams beating the Heat. Y'all know I'm a Heat fan, but I'm being unbiased about it. I just don't see the Hawks or Cleveland beating Miami, because let's be real here. Cleveland and Atlanta, they're all offense, a little bit defense. Miami's all defense, a little bit of offense. I think Miami's probably going to win this series in 5, maybe give up 1 game. Then we have a very interesting series, the 76ers and the Raptors. Now the Raptors they were playing super good to end the season, but it's hard for me not to take Joel Embiid and James Harden. Even though James Harden, I don't know what's going on with James Harden. I think Richard Jefferson said it best. His stats look like tour dates. One of the funniest things I've heard from Richard Jefferson. But you cannot count out this Raptors team. And for that fact alone, I'm probably going to get a lot of heat for this. I'm going to have to take the Raptors on this. I'm going to have to take the Raptors. Now, I'm not saying they're going to be coming here and sweeping the Sixers, because Joel Embiid is in MVP conversation for a reason. He's literally scoring title champion since, like, he's one of the most dominant teams we've seen in a long time. Not going to be easy. I'm going to say 6. You know, as you see, a lot of my predictions are in either 6 or 5, because like I said, this year is super unpredictable. Like, a lot of things could happen, and you just never know. Then I'm gonna come down here to the team that let us all down, including me, because I was rooting for the Chicago Bulls. I was really rooting for the Chicago Bulls. Oh wait, let me scroll down. But I was really rooting for the Chicago Bulls, and they let me down. But you know, it is what it is. I'm thinking the Bucks. Okay, like I said, the Bucks. They're too dominant. Like the East is literally like it's Miami, and it's the Bucks, and then the Celtics and Brooklyn. Those are the only teams that I see have a chance of making it to the finals. I don't think. I'm not saying every other team is trash or it couldn't happen for the Sixers or the Raptors, but I'm saying what it's looking like is it's probably going to be one of those 4 teams. And now this is a very hard decision for me. The Brooklyn and Boston series, because at the end of the season, if you didn't know, a lot of teams were really trying to tank to get away from Brooklyn. Like, I don't know if like they were like Because like if you ask an NBA player, like, nah, we wasn't trying to do that. But it's obviously that a lot of teams were trying to tank to not get this Brooklyn matchup, and the Brooklyn matchup goes to the Celtics, and we seen Kyrie in the play and just go a whole half without missing a shot. We seen Kevin Durant do his thing as always through this whole season, but again, the Boston Celtics have the best defensive team in the league. Marcus Smart is literally up for winning Defensive Player of the Year as a guard. We haven't seen that since Gary Payton. I believe Gary Payton. It's just hard for me because, like, once again, Brooklyn Nets is all scoring and no defense, and Boston Celtics is all defense and all offense. So I don't know. This is a very hard decision for me. If y'all can't tell, just because I love both teams so much, and like it's just like you can't count out. It's like you can never count out Kevin Durant. We've seen what he did last year. You can't count out Kyrie. We know his track record. We know Kevin Durant's track record. But Boston Celtics, but Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Marcus Smart, they are on another level right now in terms of defense, man. This is really hard for me, but I'm gonna have to take the Celtics, man. I'm gonna have to say the Celtics, and I'm gonna say the Brooklyn is gonna give me a run for their money in 6. Now then we have Miami and Toronto. I love Toronto, but I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to give it to Miami. I'm gonna have to give it to Miami in 5. Then we have the Boston Celtics and Milwaukee Bucks. Now, as you see over here in the West, I had the Phoenix Suns running through the West because they're too good. But over here, it's too many teams. Like these teams right here are just too good. The Bucks are too good. Giannis, Chris Middleton, Drew Holiday, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Marcus Smart. It's crazy that Robert Williams won't be there, man. Robert Williams was having an amazing season, but injuries is just it's very unfortunate. And then we have Miami, Toronto. I have Miami, but it's just without Robert Williams, who takes that Giannis assignment? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Because yes, you could say wall up, and we've seen that happen, and we've seen it work, but they do have the best defensive team in the league. But a lot of that was in part due to Robert Williams, the way that they could funnel any offensive player into Robert Williams, and he'll clean up the mess. A lot of that was Robert Williams and Marcus Smart locking down the perimeter, and Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown holding the wings. But Robert Williams was that last line of defense, and he was doing a damn good job of that. I just don't know how you do that with Giannis on the court now. I don't know that this is once again a very hard decision for me, but I'm gonna have to give it to Milwaukee. I'm gonna have to give it to Milwaukee in 6. As a matter of fact, no, I have this probably going to 7 because Giannis versus the best defense in the league. Chris Middleton's gonna do his thing. I think this is gonna be a very good series if it happens, but I'm gonna have to give it to Milwaukee. Then we have Miami and the Bucks. Now, this is something that we've seen over the past few years. There's a little rivalry between the Bucks and the Heat. And Miami, we've been the 1 seed for the past couple years or so. But Giannis is on a different level, but I think this year Miami, if they match up with the Bucks, they know what they have to do, and they coming with a vengeance. And I'm not gonna be a biased Heat fan here. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I think Bam is going to do a hell of a job on that Giannis assignment, and I think Eric Spoelstra knows what he's going to have to do. But it's just so hard for me not to like give it to Giannis and Chris Middleton because they have a hell of a team. So does Miami. The East is just way harder this year than the West in terms of like playoff series. Obviously, the Phoenix Suns is the best team in the league by far, but in terms of like matchup series, it's gonna be hard. And as much as I would love my Heat to make it to the finals, I'm gonna have to give it to the Bucks. I'm gonna have to give it to the Bucks, and I'm gonna have to say in 6. Now, if my Miami Heat make it to the finals, I'm a happy camper. If they don't, I'm still a happy camper because I know either way we're going to be back here again next year because we had a track record over the past few years of being one of the top teams in the league. So I'm confident that no matter what happens, we can either be in the finals this year or we cannot. I'm happy with it, but I would love him to go to the finals. But it's so hard for me not to like respect Giannis and the things that he does on the court and Chris Middleton and just everything about that team. So I think the Heat Bucks series is going to be a very very good series. Always fun to watch. We've seen the past few years. It's going to be a good series. Then we have the finals once again. Uh, Phoenix Suns and Milwaukee rematch. And this year, as much as I love the Bucks this year, I from the beginning of the season, I had the Phoenix Suns winning this thing because if you see them through the whole season, they've literally been unstoppable. They were the number one seed, best team in the league by far. They were up at like 10 games from the second place Grizzlies, and just they've been the best team in the league so far. And it's hard for me to bet against this team. Their defensive schemes, Monty Williams, Coach of the Year. It's so hard for me to bet against this team. I'm gonna have to give it to Phoenix. It's not going to be easy. I'm gonna give them to them in 6. Here's my bracket. Let me do this so y'all can see. But yes, like here's my bracket. Here's my predictions. Let me know what y'all think. And yeah, here you go. All right, man. There y'all have it. I gave y'all my predictions. Let me know if y'all agree with my bracket. Go back, look at it. Take your time, pause the video. Let me know if there's anything y'all think I should change. Do y'all see y'all favorite team? How y'all feel about y'all team this season? And just let me know, because like I said, I had the Phoenix Suns run through the West because like they're just such a dominant team, and I feel like the East is so much harder this year in terms of matchups, just because everything was like right there, like tied, and it's just the West was so top heavy this season that it didn't compare to the East. Like we knew 3/4 through the season that it was the Suns, Golden State, Memphis, and like teams like that. And but the East was just so like competitive. Every team, like I believe the 1 through the 4 seed was like either a half a game behind each other or 1 game behind each other. So it was hard for me to pick teams in the East. But yeah, like y'all let me know how y'all feeling, and if y'all enjoyed it, as always, drop a like, subscribe, leave a comment. This was a fun video. I like doing brackets, but yeah, y'all let me know, and I'm catching this video. Be out of here. Peace.